So girls, how is it? Ready to start? Yay, okay, thumbs up from girls. Leo? Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Very, very nice.
I remember. Here we are.
Well, Eric is experienced, so I'm sure he's ready as well. Nice. So let's see. Our cat, of course, the main is to do this eye. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Yes, and you see the colors are connected, the colors of butterfly and the colors of eye. There is some blue, green. The most important in eye is to make this little white spot, yes? And then, of course, we have this black also line. But this little white thing is important because it shows that, the eye has volume, yes? So let's plan where our cat is. Look, the cat is almost half page big, you see? So here, it's not so small, so don't do the cat small. I'm starting almost somewhere here, half page up, and then this will be the line, till the nose, somewhere here. Yes. So something like this. This upper line, of course, is very light. You can see almost invisible. Yes, it's just we're planning. And then somewhere I can do the line of mouth. Then this lower part of, can do maybe some dots or his mustache coming out. Yeah. And the eye. Look, also, you remember the rule, how to check where something is? Yeah, we just see, the eye is kind of on one line of nose. So if here is my nose, then the eye will be somewhere here. Yeah? So don't put it too low. Yeah. And then feel free, make it a bit bigger, the eye, then it's easier. Yeah. And it's easier to color. And then I mark, as I said, this like a heel where will be this white spot. Yes, I'm going to leave it, this part, just white paper. Yes. And then I have this black thing. And then inside we will have the colors. Yeah. All right. I feel I'm rushing, so I give time to. Yeah. Okay. Yes, around the eye, there is also like two white spots. Yes, it's so here I've marked around with these two lines. It's going to be white, also like paper white left. Yeah. Here on the other side. Yeah, so kind of really big, our cat. Yeah, almost half of page. Yeah, and his fur can go differently. Then it's, because the cats are different, we never know.
He doesn't look like a cat whatsoever. Why doesn't he look like a cat? Not even doing it. No, that's just plain.
So, and butterfly. Then, of course, we start with her body. Yes, we sit her it on the nose. Yeah. And then we do the wings. Also, don't do them too small. The opposite can exaggerate a little bit, make them big. So it's also maybe easier to, maybe it's also some special butterfly, like almost bigger than the cat. That's why cat is so surprised, like, wow. Yeah, so maybe. And you can think also of your style for butterfly. Yes, maybe what kind of lines you want inside. Yes, maybe you want just one color or you want different colors. Here, it's also your space for choosing and yeah. Yes, and for the stage, that's it. All the background we do, of course, later. Yes, and yeah. Feel free also maybe correct a little bit the cat if it feels, yeah, maybe some line. All right.
Good. That was supposed to be this afternoon. So do you want me to? Yeah. Huh? Maybe a second one around it? Yeah.
Yes, I give you time to finish. If you're ready, then of course let me know. And then we will move to the paintings. Yes, but no rush. Yeah, take your time, erase. Yes, if it's needed. If you see something wrong, then don't be lazy, just erase, correct. Yeah, it's important.
The butterfly is better than my cat. Huh?
Yeah, Ellie, Juliet, I see you ready.
Finished, but Ellie is still working on hers.
All right, yes, then let's give time for Ellie to finish, of course.
I'm finished.
All right, Eric is finished. Nice. Yes, for those who are finished, so we will start doing eye and butterfly. So we will start with the blue and green. Yeah, so you can start preparing these colors. Yeah, meantime. Yeah, so I'll take light blue, green, and then
Yeah, do they have to be blue and green?
yes, of course it doesn't have to be. Thank you, Eric. Feel free to choose your color combination. Maybe you wanted, yellow and orange, or yeah, whatever. Of course, it's even more interesting. Yes. Yeah, it's only here. Yes, I feel it's nice combination that the eye and the butterfly, they have similar color. So it's kind of good for composition and yeah, as if it's butterfly reflection on the eye of a cat. Yeah, so you might think about it as well. So Leo, we'll continue with the paint?
Yes.
Yeah. Yay, thumbs up. Very nice, very nice. So as you heard, Eric had a good suggestion that you can choose your colors. Yes, well, I will continue with green and blue because I really like the mix of these two colors. Yes, when you mix green with light blue, it gets very nice, interesting. And then, of course, to use small brush, especially, to get around the areas inside the eye. Yes, because we will start with eye because it's such a delicate area. Yes, you have to be very careful. And then later, butterfly and the cat is easier, of course. So here, then I have, yes, remember to keep this little white spot clean. And then I have half part blue, half part I have a green, and then later on top I will put black. Yeah, so as black also covers easily any other color, then I'm not worried. Yes, I can also go over this. Yes, but here I take my smallest brush and I take very little water, almost no water at this moment. Yeah, I just want to sit so the paint is. And then I clean my brush and I will go for green. Yes. And go for green. I remember to keep this white spot. Yes. Yeah, so you can also do kind of nice mix. So the blue enters nicely into green. Yes, kind of. Yes. And so if it's very watery, what you did now, then give it a little bit dry before you go in with the black. Yes, because otherwise the black is going to mix in, and then it's going to be very, very hard to clean. And yes, also maybe you want to do it with a marker, because it's very thin lines. Yes, if you feel more comfortable, maybe you want to go around the eye with markers. Yes, you can do it. Yes, of course. Yes, and now the same, I don't use a lot of water. I'm putting my paints, yeah, straight from tube, straight from buckets, yeah, so. Yes, this will be the most detailed part, yeah, where we put a lot of effort to create the eye. Yes, so somewhere I turn my black into gray. Yes, so it doesn't have to be all very, very black. Maybe some lines are dark, and then somewhere in between I just add
A black.
like water. So yeah. And here we have our eye. Yes. Also remember, if you use black, dark colors, yes, then wipe your brush with paper towel, because if later you want to move to light colors, then of course, and the brush needs to be clean.
Is there an hour?
Mhm.
Should I rest it before doing this?
I didn't know what rest it means. I thought you like means
So, and the next we will do now butterfly, because butterfly we also need to do in like different stages. So we will put base colors now, then we will leave it to dry, go to do the cat, and then come back. Yes. So now I would suggest you, if you put some colors, put them more watery. So what it means, I take my, let's say, green, and here on the palette, I kind of just, you know, make it more watery. So in the end, it's more transparent. And then it will be easier. Yes, then later if I want to change, or yeah, it's kind of now I'm playing. Also deciding what color it will be, how much green, how much blue. And the same I do with blue. I take paint, I sit on my palette, and then with my brush I do water. Yes, maybe even I can add some white. If the blue is maybe dark, then I can always add white so it's a bit lighter. And then I can do the same, do some stripes, but it all is not too dark yet. Yeah, it's more like a light sketch. Yes, because then later I can go on top with darker, and it's also good because later if I go darker, I can go darker just in some parts, and it means that some parts will stay with light, like with this light Yes, then it will also look interesting on a butterfly. That will be the effect. And so at the moment I don't, it's like pre-designed. Yeah, but you can think already now, maybe you want some dots to have, yeah, can experiment. I can seed some dots, and then if later I don't like them, I can color over. Yeah. Yeah, so we learn that sometimes we use paint with little water, like we did with the eye. Yes, and here with butterfly, the opposite, like more water. All right, not overdoing, yeah, just yes. And let's give it a rest to the butterfly.
Definitely.
Yeah. So while our butterfly is resting, yeah, let me know if I should wait. Yeah, then we will move with orange for the cat. And again, of course, the cat can be different. You know, there are black cats. Of course, orange looks more light. Yeah, and maybe in combination with blue. Yes, but of course, feel free if you like maybe brown. Yeah, it can be gray. Why not? Yes. And let's see. So we have very bright stripes, yes, that also kind of show us a bit of shape of the cat, yeah. And the rest is very light. You see, the cat looks almost transparent, yeah, very. So no specific borders, very nose, yeah. So let's try. So I will go first again. No water, directly to my orange. And I'm just playing with my brush, putting these stripes, yes. Yes, then maybe one line where the mouth goes, yeah, here also. And the part next to the nose, yes. But take a look that this part is white, yeah, the endings, these kind of two circles, yeah, and the color is more kind of inside, yeah. And then on top of the head also some. Of course, you can have more stripes, yeah. Yeah. And after that, we will mix orange, yes, with some white, because we want it much, much lighter. And again, before getting into white, I clean my brush, I wipe it, yeah, so no orange. And then with white, I can get in. Yes, because also remember that you need more white paint than orange paint. And what I do now I kind of refill, yes, in between the stripes. And again, also maybe not everywhere, some. That was the ring. Yeah. So now I'm refilling my cat with light, but I will still have lighter spaces. Yeah. So this is already very light orange, but I will have even more some that are almost white. Yeah. I will also have more grayish parts. Yeah. So we'll come back for. Yes, you can also maybe put directly white paint in some parts, so it also helps to keep them clean. Yeah, so I'm putting white here under the nose. Yeah, imagine maybe it's hard for you to see, but yeah, and I'm also leaving more white around the eye. Yes. So it's also, I don't put orange there. I'm leaving here these white kind of stripes. Yeah. We will need a little bit of, let's say, gray color, but maybe not to use too much black. Yes. Let's see. So I have my light blue leftovers, and I mix it with my orange. It becomes somewhat grayish purplish. Yes. But it's nice. It's not too dark because I really don't want to put black. Otherwise, it will look. Yes, the cat will get dirty. Yes, even now, if I get too much, I also with the paper towel, yes, can clean a bit. But I want to put just a little bit some shadows, maybe here, yeah, at the bottom of the painting. Yes, also maybe somewhere. And of course, we still have to do the nose. Yeah, you can also think what color you want the nose of cat to be. Yeah, just also a little bit, maybe some grayish spots I put. Yeah, here I got a bit over my leg. Okay. So, what about the nose? Pink color is good one. No? Animals, they often have pink nose. Yeah, so if it's also too bright pink, then I can mix it with some white. And again, you remember, we need always more white and then a tiny dot of pink. I mix it and then I get the pink color that I need. Yes, that is. Yeah, so I put pink on the nose, and we still need to do these black lines in the nose as well. Yes, so then the nose is also visible. Yeah, if you feel your cat maybe is too light, you can always add more orange. Yeah, this furry, some stripes. Yeah, why not? Yeah. But it's always better. Yeah, go slowly and add if needed, instead of putting too much and then of course you can't. And then again, with little brush, I go inside the nose. It is something like, what kind of figure is? Yeah, something like maybe half oval, yeah, and then a stripe underneath, something like this, yeah. And we mark it as a yes, I can also, with a little bit of gray on my brush, yes, I can go to do a little bit of contour of the cat. Yes, since we have left the cat very light, so just it's a bit more visible. Yes, but yeah, as it feels. I suggest also give a cat some rest and finish all these black lines later. Yes. Again, maybe also you prefer to do it with a pencil, yes, or marker, or like thin liner. Yes, if it feels more comfortable, then can do. And here the mouth of cat, I did this straight line, so it's not really smiling. It's more like, serious and like looking. Oh, what happened? Butterfly on my nose. Yeah, so it's concentrated there. Yes. Very nice. Yes. All right. So. And it's also good, you paint one part, then you take a rest. Yes, for example, now we come back to butterfly. And yeah, like this, we don't overdo the cat. We let the paint dry. And then later we will come back to do the mustache. And yeah, if there are any details, any other details if needed. So what's with the butterfly? Yeah, the butterfly also needs these lines. You can try maybe using dark blue instead of black. And then if you feel maybe it's not too dark enough, then of course you can take black. But of course, to stay on safe side, the blue is kind of safer. And the secret to make thin lines with brush, so it's of course not only the small thin brush, yes, like where I have, but also having it with enough of water, because when you have it dry, yes, then it's not really painting. It's hard, yes. But so here I'm making again kind of, but this time I use more paint because I want my line still to be intense with color, but to be kind of thin, I need it watery. So I fill up, my brush now is full with paint, but still with watery. And then I can do, then it's painting nicely thin lines. And I can go now playing a bit with these curvy lines, yes, and really kind of precising a bit the design. And you will feel once you have already less paint on your brush and less water you will feel, it stopped. Yeah, it started leaving the brush strokes. So then you just come back and get more paint on the brush. And now I'm doing like kind of a contours. Yes, not necessarily maybe having it, the line can break in some parts. It looks always nicer when it's not one straight line, but kind of. Yes, and some lines can be more thick, some more thin. Yes, can. And again, I suggest go slowly. Don't rush. Yes, you can add more design to your butterfly anytime. Yeah, but taking away, of course, then it's harder. Yeah, so you see, now I'm playing with blue, and then of course it looks nicer. It's not, yes, because here on my pre-drawing I did black, and then in the end my butterfly turned more dark, and then I was trying to lighten up a bit with. Yes, if you did some lines and then you're not happy about it, if you are quick, you can always kind of blur it out with water. Yes. And then water just kind of fades it out a bit. Yeah, maybe we should put some, we can put some maybe dots. Yes, that's, why not? Butterfly can have some dots maybe. And again, if I put the dot and I don't really like it, I can fade it out with water. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and with butterfly wings, of course, we can play a lot. Yeah. Especially if you go slowly, then you can keep on building up a lot. Yes, but sometimes it's good to stop if it's going too much. Yeah. And again, leave it rest. Yes, maybe also go do something else. Let's say I can do the body of the, just kind of a little black line. I put as the body of butterfly somewhere in the head. Is the circle. Yeah, but not too much black. Yes, I mean, it's understood already if you put this black line that it's the body. And then again, to do a long, thin line of this mustache, or how you call it, this butterfly. Again, I want my brush to be filled with color, with paint, but it needs to be watery. And then what you do, you kind of try to hold your brush more far away. Yes, not here, and trying to do the line, but the opposite, you try to hold it more far away. It will seem uncomfortable at once, but if you practice, you will see. And now my brush can do a long movement, and this is what I'm gonna use. And I will put my hand so it's comfortably sitting. Here my brush is freely moving, and now I can do my the mustache, and then just bravely one line up, yeah, and then go refill with paint and water, and can do the other one, yeah. Nice, yeah, like this. And in the end I can put some dots. Yes. So of course not moving too much, yeah. The mustache of our cat is a good one to practice. He has a lot of them, so and again I put my brush, and then yeah, if it doesn't work, yeah, and you feel, oh, the drawing gets ruined because the lines are too fat, then take a look if you have a marker. Yes, why not? Can do. Yeah, I also get sometimes fat lines when doing this. It happens. Yeah, but it's the practice and being brave. Yeah, it's the fat lines usually happens when I'm scared to put these lines, and then I'm doing it slowly. Yeah, the secret is to do it quickly. Here I have also mustache also behind here. It's interesting, they look not too much, but they're somehow here going on the side, yeah, where the mouth is, somewhere there. Yeah, but of course we have to do this mustache like what kind of cat without it, yeah. And on top as well, yeah, where his eyebrows are. Yes, but still I try to hold my brush far away, and believe me, it's much easier. Yeah, don't try to make them longer. Believe me, the longer you will do them, the better your cat will look like. Yes, and anyway, later with the background, you can kind of correct them a bit. And so even if you got something wrong now, it's yeah, whew, lots of, yeah, it's very intense to do these lines. Yeah, now with the background will be easier. Also, a good suggestion, if you're still working around your butterfly, is to add some yellow, like somewhere. It will make your butterfly shine. Yeah, so if I add here somewhere in between the lines a little bit yellow, not everywhere, just like accents. Yes, and at once it's somehow the butterfly becomes like, yeah, so instead of yellow, it can be also white. Yes, depending what color you use for butterfly in general. Yes, yellow fits nicely to green and blue. But let's say if your butterfly is different color, then maybe you can use the accent. Some other maybe light pink or but some bright colors. And you can sit on top like a bit like bigger, like more paint. Yeah, and then if you put it, maybe you put it, you don't like it, then it's easier to cover with blue or yes. Also dark accents also work good. Yeah, so you come back to your butterfly and you put some little darker accents. Yeah, there's also
Janya.
yes, tell me.
My cat, it's whenever I send you a picture, it's not gonna be fully finished because it needs to dry. Same as my butterfly, so they're not fully finished.
All right, I understand. But you're ready to send me to check?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's see. I'm excited. Yes, all right. I feel I'm overdoing my butterfly, so it's a good tip for you too. Yes, if you feel kind of it's not getting better, it's getting worse, that's the moment where you should stop. Yeah, because that happens to all of us. We try to add something, it doesn't look like, and then we try to correct it. Yes, but now will come to the fun part of the background, and it will be. Yes, Ellie, how's going? Juliet, how's going to the butterfly? Yeah, thumbs up. Very nice. Very nice. Wanna go for the background already? Yay, yes, very nice. The procedure for the background. How are you doing there, Leo? Yeah, are you? You need some time, yeah, before we move to background all together. For the background, yes, I will explain so the girls can start, but I will wait, yes, if anyone needs more time. For the background,
good.
Tell me. Yeah, I still haven't got the picture if you were sending it. All right, thumbs up from Leo as well. Then, yeah, Eric will continue. So background. First, we need to create a big amount of mix on our palette. So find empty, clean space. And we will need light blue and we will need white. but again, much more white than light blue. So I take a pile of white, yes, here enough on my brush. I set it on my palette. And then I take a little tiny bit of my blue, just little touch, like vertically here, I touch a bit. And then I go into my white. It's better that I go 3 times there and back if it's needed, instead of going 1 time and getting my mix too dark. Because I want very light blue mix, yes? So we will now put all this base layer with this light blue color, yeah? So you mix, if it feels too light, of course you can add more, yeah, but try not to make it too dark maybe. Yeah. And then again, I will need a bit more water. So I have here a lot of paint, yes, because the area I have to cover is big. So adding water will help me also, yeah. And that's it, then I just go and I cover all my area, yes. Try to do it, I mean, when quickly is like, you know, if there are these brush marks, then you kind of go on top with watery brush and it helps remove, yeah. If you have a sponge can also help, you know, cover big areas. Yeah, I think with practice some earlier time for sponge, so you might have it. Yeah, but also with brush, one can cover nicely. Yeah, of course, bigger brush also, if you have one, it's easier. But we're making our sky, our light blue background. Yes, and then later on top we will see these nice circles. So it feels like a dream or fantasy. Yeah, it's like a mystery. Yeah. Here, very nice light background. And here at the bottom as well. Of course, it happens that the mix you've prepared is gone. Yes, and then you have mix again. Yes, and of course you try to get similar amount, yes, of white and blue. Yes, that's why sometimes when you know you have to cover a lot. Sorry, now it was. No, it's my phone. It was ringing. Oh, and I'm mixing. Yes, because I have also, I need to do the background under the cat, under the butterfly. Yeah, but here is also less space. And this is also the moment when you can correct a little bit your black mustache. If some of them got too fat, yeah, too thick, too dark, you can now kind of correct them a little bit with putting this light blue on top. Yeah, this. Right. Okay. So, yeah, lots of work, covering lots of space. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, take your time to finish. No rush. Yeah. Yes, and that will be the fun part with the caps. So I will be using yellow and light blue to create these circles. Yes, yellow, of course, very nice. Yeah, it feels like light. And blue also a bit like air. Yes, and kind of in a game with our. Yeah, so I see Leo is painting the background. Yes, very good. How's your background, girls? Ready? Wow, you are amazingly quick. All right, yes, I see. One is ready, one waiting. No problem. Good, we have communication. All right, I see Leo is also getting ready. Yes, more or less. Yeah, you can show me just like this, thumbs up, Leo, if you're good. Yeah, if not, put it down. I need to wait. All right, Eric showed me thumbs up. Very nice. So I will use two sizes of caps. Yeah, one bigger, one smaller. If you have two of them, yeah, I see. All right, very nice. The girls, they have actually the bottle. That also works, of course. Of course, anything that has, yeah, can, yay, very good. So it's kind of easy. Yes, what I need to do is first with the brush, I color the border. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be all of it, because actually, yeah, it looks good when the circle is not completely printed on the paper, but it's like somewhere it's more, somewhere it's less. So here I have painted the borders. I will set it on the paper and I can even move a bit. Yay, it's my first circle. And I can go straight away for another one. It will have less paint and it also looks good. Yeah, so we don't want all of them to be the same dark. Yeah. So if you want, you can change the color and let's say go with some, I will go with yellow, but the same size. And then I will change the size of cap and so I'll put yellow. And again, I'm putting just very freely. Some parts have more paint, some parts have less paint. And I will do again the same. It's good when you cross a little bit one circle with another. Yes, so it's, and even good, I go a little bit on top of the cat, and I go a little bit on top of my butterfly. Don't be scared. It will look good, believe me. Yes. I also do more yellow circles than blue ones because still they are lighter. Yes, they look nicer. The blue is more like accent. Yeah? So maybe somewhere here. Mm. Yes, you can in between change the size. Here, I'll go change the size, go with the, yes, so to see how it looks and not here, my little one. And again, I'm putting blue on the borders. And when I turn over and I press, I kind of even move, you know, like a circle, a little bit, as if I'm closing the tab. Yeah, just a little bit. So it creates this little movement. Yes, don't do too much, some of them, because we will also go a little bit with brush in between. Yes. So, well, put as much as it feels for you, kind of looking good. Yes, and don't forget going on top of butterfly and cat. How's going, Eric? Are you with circles?
I'm finished actually.
Ooh, yeah, I imagined you'd be quick with this one today.
You know the way how I always say that Wednesday was a crazy day at school?
Is it one of them?
Do you want to hear it?
Yes, I want to hear it.
Okay. So today the weather was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up at like 6:30 to go to my school at 8 to do training for Gaelic. It's a type of sport, an Irish sport.
Uh-huh.
And then so let's just move on to lunch. We had to stay in for lunch. And this one person.
Yes. Something happens. All right, Eric is telling us his school story. I continue with with circles. Okay, it could be also enough. Yeah, not too much. And what then? All right, sorry, maybe
because what happened to
something maybe from my side. I apologize. It just kind of maybe.
I think it was me.
Maybe internet has jumped, but it was. Yeah. So all right. Hopefully.
So a person slid underneath 2 tables.
Eric, give me just 1 second. I'll explain one more detail about the drawing. Yeah, and then I'll be happy to listen. So once you did all these circles, what is also good to do is kind of, I take my watery yellow and I can color maybe somewhere in between, or even almost without the paint, but using some paint that maybe is left on the circle. I kind of just play a bit around into them. But also, yes, not everywhere, just somewhere where it feels, but kind of a bit opening them. If you like only circles, that's good too. You can leave them, but Yes, but I color maybe not all, just maybe the half of circle. Yeah, so it feels a little bit filled in, as if it's again our technique doing the volume. Yes. Something. Mm-hmm.
So can I carry on with the story?
Yes, you can carry on with the story.
So, so a person slid underneath 2 tables.
Yes.
And then flipped on. He flipped the table. And
but who was it? Was it a student?
Yeah, a student.
Oh my God. And on top, it was all people eating the food?
It was kind of at the end, so like not a lot of people were eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in our classroom because we don't have a cafeteria or.
I see.
And then the reason then the Gaelic training, I was chose to play on a match on Friday.
Nice.
And it's like a competitive match.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to buy shoes with like studs on them.
Is it running competition?
It's Gaelic, so it's
this game, yes.
it's an Irish sport where it's kind of like football.
Yes, I
You
understand.
use your hands, and every 4 steps you have to bounce it, and then another 4 steps you have to kick it with your foot up, and then catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good at it?
I'm okay.
All right, nice. So this guy made a lot of mess with this, turning the table over. Oh my God. Was he punished? Yeah, I bet.
He got like a lot of homework. The teacher just like printed out sheets especially for him.
Yeah.
He had like 2 workbooks to do. Workbook full of sheets.
Yeah. Oh my God. And what he said, why he did it? Just for fun?
He said, I don't know why I did it.
Oh my God. So I'm already taking tape off. And I get the frame with the cat. Yeah. I didn't get your picture, Eric.
Yeah. It's not finished. My cat is still wet, so it needs to dry.
Yeah, okay. Are you happy with your drawing?
Yeah. I'm kind of making it like Kieran. So I need to add a layer of gray, then black. No, brown, sorry. And then yellow stripes.
Wow. What color is your butterfly?
Blue and green.
Nice. Very nice.
Finished painting.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, the girl's gonna show us the butterfly. Yay. Oh, also nice. With the gray cat. Very good. Yeah, I love the mustache. Looks very sweet. Yeah, you will show your sister's drawing?
I don't know if she's done yet.
Not finished. Sorry, yes, again, my fault. So, all right, Eric sent me. So Virginia, I'll explain, we have also common WhatsApp chat, and then we can share Oh, nice. It looks like underwater, Eric. I love the nose.
The cat has to be finished because right now it looks like a rat.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, you'll do some stripes and yeah, but nice background. This mix of blue and green is always nice. Yes. Yeah, fun. It looks fun. But looks like underwater. Yeah, cool. It's some fantasy story. Yes. Yeah. So Virginia, of course, yeah. You can join our WhatsApp group if you want. Yes, then we share because it's always nice to see how other did the drawing and sometimes even when one needs help, then can send also during the number in case you want. You can use it. If not, that's not a problem. Yes, no worries. So this is the WhatsApp number, and it's also we discuss what we want to paint next time. Yes, and sometimes girls to get pick up something. So Leo is very welcome to choose what he wants to draw, to paint. Yes, if it's a car or if it's a cosmos. Yeah, we had always different topics. And then I prepare next week. Yeah, one time girls wanted to do the garden. We did very nice garden drawing. And yeah, I'll stop recording because I think it's good for now.